Okay, the last thing we need to know how to do to complete 4a is we need to be able to complete the square in x and y so that we can easily find the vertex and the centre of a circle. Now, so far we've only completed the square for one pronumeral at a time, but this is a really handy skill where completing the square tells us a lot about a circle. Now, looking at this equation, I can see it's got x squareds in it and y squareds in it, so it's looking like a circle, but I can't read straight off and see what the what the centre would be, or what the radius is. So I want to get it in that form so that I can quickly and easily plot it. So what I need to do here is, if it's not already in the form of x squareds and x's together, and y squareds and y's together, that should be a y, I need to rearrange it so that it would be. So here I've got my x's and I've got my y's. Over here I've got some other numbers. Set it up so that it's like that in the beginning. Next, I want to think about my terms in x. I like to skip a line and think about what I'm looking for here. What I'm looking for is an x like that and something squared. So I know that what I'm going to need here is a 2. And when I expand this back out, I'm going to get x squared plus 4x. But I'm also going to get 4 because that 2 squared gives me 4. Now, I didn't have a 4 in my question, so if I've added 4 to this side, I'm going to need to add 4 on this side to balance things up. All right, over here with the y's, I'm looking for this situation where I have y minus something. It needs to be a minus 3 because when I expand that out, that will give me 1y squared minus 6y. But unasked for, I'm also going to get plus 9 because minus 3 squared is 9. Now, my original question didn't have a 9 here, so to balance things up, I need to add a 9 on this side too. Now I can tidy up over here and I've got 15. And very quickly and easily, I can now read off because I've got my circle in the form that looks like this. Remember, we need x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals radius squared, and it now looks like that, so I can pretty much just read off what the centre is and the radius. So the centre will be, well, x minus something. What have I done x minus here? I've done x minus minus 2. So I have minus 2, and here, y minus something, I've done y minus 3, so y is 3, and the radius, well, if radius squared equals 15, and the radius has to be positive, then the radius must be the square root of 15, which is a little less than 4. That's enough for me to very quickly and easily graph this thing. I can draw this up and say minus 2, 3 is up here somewhere. My radius is almost 4, so it's going to probably look something like this.